This episode of Convert to Raid is brought to you by Tigtone. A hero's quest begins with the first simple quest and is followed by another, slightly more complicated quest. Tigtone begins January 13th at midnight, only on Adult Swim. Welcome home, Raiders. Tonight, we are going to figure out what the hell happened over the holiday break. We've been off for too long, so Convert to Raid is bringing you the Battlenet news. Friends, and welcome from the CTR Command Post in Sacramento, California. Today is January 8th, 2019, and it is now 7:07 in the PM Pacific time. Thank you so much for joining us, for returning to us after the long holiday break, yeah, just welcome. My name is Pat Krane. I'm the host of the show, and as always, the players are here. We'll go first to a guy who does a podcast about, the story of Warcraft and other such nonsense. It's Sharku!
Oh, why, hello, Pat.
Hello.
I'm tired.
All right.
But I'm ready to be back.
Yeah, no, it's
I think I just need to slow my cadence a little bit. I'm just gonna slow
your
release.
cadence.
Yeah. Just slow the cadence down a little bit. It's the same Sharku you can expect.
I'm getting the pre-holiday blues, dude.
Yeah, I know.
The same ones that I had before. I'm now like, Maybe we can liven it up with our next player, who comes to us from a show that uses swears. It's Thyst.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Thyst.
Nope, it didn't liven anything up.
No?
We're failures.
No?
She slowed her cadence too.
she slowed her cadence.
This is too much pressure. I'm not here for that, you guys. I'm not carrying this.
Right. And by the way, I just want to clear something up. I think that Shark is recovering from something. I have got something. I don't know what it is.
Ew.
Yeah, I know.
Yep. I just missed the mute button while I coughed right there. My bad.
That's all right. I'll try to hit the cough button as needed. But right now it's mostly just all nose stuff. So
Gee,
it's lovely. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah.
Happy 2019, everybody.
What a way to start off the whole year, huh?
Wait, was that?
This is the first show of 2019. The best year ever.
Already off to a bad start.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Well, I know that we have some catching up to do with all of the game stuff, and there is actually quite a bit that happened over the break. Most of which, well, not most of which, but some of which I just don't want to talk about. I just don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it either.
But we're going to.
Well, we'll talk about what I don't want to talk about, and then maybe we'll talk about some stuff that I still don't want to talk about, but we'll talk about it anyway.
I'll talk about it for you, Pat.
Oh, thanks.
No.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
But welcome back from the holidays, everybody, and into the new year. Guys, what did you guys do over the holiday break? Did you do anything fun? Did you make any cool New Year's resolutions? Did you defeat any big bosses, either in game or IRL? I don't know. Thyst, let's start with you. How was it?
Oh, I did so much. Okay, so I picked up Wrecking Ball, and I'm getting pretty good at him.
Nice.
I hit level 400 in Overwatch, which I'm pretty proud of.
Cool.
I hit honor level 50 in WoW, which I'm also really proud of.
Nice.
Probably more than anything.
Nice.
I didn't do anything super cool over the holidays, but last week I did get to go to Waypoint in New York City and hang out with Golden Boy and watch the premiere of the Titan games.
Yeah.
Which, I saw that. He's co-hosting that. Yep. Oh, it was so cool. That show's actually really cool.
Yeah, and it's got The Rock in it, and they do very athletic things.
Yes,
they're
things
weird.
we'll never do.
Yeah, things no one would ever do unless they had a game show to do them on.
Yep.
Right.
We went up to Golden Boy afterwards and we're telling him how inspirational it was and stuff. And he's like, it's really inspiring me too. And you see, like, even nerds like you can like do stuff like this. And we're looking down at ourselves, and I'm wearing like my Overwatch League stuff because, I'm like, how did he know? But he was wrong.
He was wrong.
I'm not inspired to do that stuff, but I am inspired to watch it in a sitting position.
Right. And cheer on your favorite competitors.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's cool. And Shark, how about you? Did you do anything fun, anything cool, anything crazy in game or IRL, I guess?
Not really. Well, Asparagus Initiative is 2 of 9, I guess, mythic. We got the first 2 mythic bosses down, which they're pretty not too super hard.
Hey, congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. So we're having fun. We're still trying to get... Thank you.
Yeah.
But we're still trying to get, some of our, some more mythic push going in. Hopefully get a couple more bosses down before the new raid comes out. So there was that.
Only a couple weeks on that. Only a couple weeks until the next raid.
We do. And we're trying to hit the ground running and stay progression minded. So when the new raid comes out, we're just going to rocket forth. But I got Red Dead Redemption 2 for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Playing that. Me and my girlfriend have been binge watching Critical Role as well. I'm trying to get into the D&D scene.
Critical Role is an amazing show. It really is. So
good, especially if you're Blizzard fans. Matt Mercer is the DM who voices McCree.
Yep.
And a lot of other stuff. Laura Bailey, who voices Jaina, is on the show. Liam O'Brien, who voices Illidan, it plays in that game. It's really, really cool. And they use their voice acting magic to role play their characters. And honestly, we've just been sitting down and watching them like movies. Like they're like 3-hour sessions, and you're just like, it's so entertaining.
Well, and it's kind of amazing. I mean, you think of all of these guys, and yes, they're big in the voiceover industry, but voiceover is acting. That's what it is.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
so having a group of actors role play is like totally their jam.
Yeah.
So,
well, role playing is acting. I used to give my acting students homework to go and play D&D or a role-playing game of some sort. Like that's something that it's really important. It helps you develop those skills. And if you're a talented actor or improviser, you'll have a lot more fun playing games like D&D. When I started playing D&D, I was not wanting to role play a lot. I was just like, I just want to roll my dice and get the big crits, But the more you play, the more like, no, this is a lot more fun if I just go all in and be ridiculous and really dive into my character. And so if you are interested in D&D or have never played or maybe never really engaged in roleplay that much, watch Critical Role. And for me, it's inspired me to be like, I want to do that. I want my characters to be that interesting because you really connect to the characters. Anyway, I don't know, but yeah, that was supposed to be a side note, but it became kind of a rant.
Hey, that's okay. It's a cool show. Yeah, I like it.
It's super cool.
And it has a bunch of our Blizzard friends in it. So that's very cool as well.
And Pat loves role playing.
Sure.
With his cloak and wizard's cap.
Well, that's only on the weekends. But it was kind of fun for me. I actually couldn't play WoW very much. That's not the fun part. I mean, I did get into WoW a bunch, but I just had to space it out because I was in Colorado for a little bit, and then I had friends over, and it was just kind of a, like, I don't know, everybody was around, so I couldn't play my game my way until, of course, they left, and then I binged like 12 hours on WoW.
Of course.
And Hearthstone and Overwatch. So, and Rocket League. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta play that every once in a while.
Do you?
I do. Hey, I want to tell you guys about something that's coming up. I am so again, for the opening of the raid, for the week that the raid opens, I'm going to be out of town.
You've got too much IRL, Patrick.
I know it's stupid. It's a family thing. I got to go to it. So it's like I'm going to be gone for that week. However, Thyst, you came up with an idea that I kind of liked. And
for once?
Well, no, you do this all the time. But do you want to explain what we're going to do?
Me?
I could do it if you want. I don't care.
Yeah, you do it. No,
Okay.
No, you do it. You do it.
Okay. So we're going to do a CTR Q&A. So if you guys have questions about the show, about any of us, Shark, you're penciled in for it as well. And I don't know where we'll see who else can be there for that special show. It's actually we're gonna take over the Lagging Balls stream, which is this channel. And then,
that's okay though.
Yeah, but we'll also run it on CTR as well on Twitch. So there, but all you need to do is just send us your questions. It could be about the game. It could be about playing a game. It could be about our experiences at BlizzCon, or I don't know, talk about Thyst's pets.
Yeah, or all of the personal questions that you've always wanted to ask Pat specifically.
Right.
But yeah, no, like all you have to do is tweet at us with the hashtag CTRQA. Convert to raid, question, answer.
Yes.
That's what it stands for. And we'll sift through them and we'll try to answer as many as we can. Obviously, we can't answer all of them, and probably a lot of them won't be appropriate for Twitch, but we will try our best.
Right.
But just be creative and ask all of the questions.
Yes. Thank you, Techie, in chat for putting that hashtag out there. Once again, it's hashtag CTRQA. You can at us on Twitter, @ConvertToRaid, and just ask your question, no matter what it is. It could be about the guild, which is actually going to be celebrating 6 years of being a thing.
Whoa.
While I'm gone. So congratulations to the CTR Guild. I mean, that's pretty cool stuff. So, and there's going to be some anniversary events and stuff like that going on. Make sure to check the calendars on guild.converttoraid.com, and it should be up there as well. So, lots of cool stuff kind of happening right now as we get back into.
Yeah, and you're gonna miss most of it.
I know. I'm really kind of bummed about it. What I want to do though is I want to do so we'll do the CTR QA. Before I leave, and then after I come back, I might do some other things. Also, with the CTR QA, I will be giving out some digital prizes just kind of randomly for those guys that submit a question.
Like Bitcoin?
Yeah, it's exactly like Bitcoin.
Prize?
Yeah, I'm gonna give away Bitcoin. No, I'm not gonna give away a Bitcoin.
Oh,
it's gonna be special snaps from Pat Krane. Special snaps.
Special snaps.
Snaps like.
Yep.
No, like Snapchat snaps.
Oh, where I'm too old to know what that is.
Snap my fingers on Snapchat. It's a special snaps on Snapchat. There you go.
I'm looking. That'd be cool. I would get a Snapchat just for that.
Oh, people have done that. They're like, oh, Pat Crane's on Snapchat. Looks like I'm gonna get Snapchat.
Right.
Join it up. Sign it up right now.
Yeah.
Right.
You can find Pat on Snapchat at Pat Krane.
Right, with a K.
Yeah.
Pretty much everywhere. All right, let's talk about games, shall we?
A clever strategy.
Oh, thank you. Let's talk about Warcraft first, because Warcraft is the best. Let's just face facts.
It's true.
That's why we come here.
Historically and currently, I would agree.
Yeah. Especially after fairly recent events, right?
We'll get there.
Yeah, no, we will. We will. But let's talk about the things that I really want to talk about right now. And that is that today, patch 8.1.5 has hit the PTR. So what that means that they're going to be testing a bunch of stuff for the new patch, which is going to be coming out soon, right? So, so what do we got? We got the new allied races, the Zandalari and the Kultiran, which totally gonna switch over to a Kultiran as soon as I get my rep up.
For Druid, Kultiran Druid.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, bud.
Yeah, I got to get my rep up though. I've been trying, it's like since I wasn't able to do a lot over the holidays, I feel like I'm way behind on rep, which is true.
I'm holding my druid name, which is Sharknado. So I can,
that's awesome.
So I can create a druid.
Dude, that's awesome.
Cultier and druid. Their bear form, their shift change forms are just way too cool. I love the wicker stuff.
Oh, yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
Wicker bear, wicker tree. Actually, it's just a tree, I think. It's just a tree.
Kind of weird fat guy in a suit for the boomkin. It looks weird, but
it's pretty cool.
But I like it. I love all and the new forms for trolls are really, really cool too, especially if you ever want to play a Dinomancer.
Right.
Dinomancer.
Right. Yeah, the new forms for the Zandalari are incredible. Yeah, so
they basically added a Dinomancer class.
I really don't like the Zandalari chicken form, but that's me.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite.
You'll learn to love it, Pat.
Doesn't everyone just use the astral sparklies or whatever glyph now to where you don't go into chicken form? There are some people that are like hardcore chickens. They're like, yeah, we want to be, we want to be the Moonkin form.
I do glitter form all the time.
Glitter form,
for both. Yeah. I do cheetah. I do cheetah for travel because I don't want anybody jumping on my back.
Jumping on your back.
No, thank you. Who are you? You're a stranger. Why are you touching me?
It doesn't matter who it is. Anytime I see that green arrow, I click it. Like,
right.
I don't even know. I'll go wherever you take me.
But that's why I'm always a cheetah and I'm always sparkle form for balance. So that's just the way that it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not surprising.
Thyst, are you going to change any tunes to Zandalari as soon as you can? Are you? No. Okay. All right.
I'm very happy.
Blood elf mage for life.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I just love my main. Right. I love playing her. I love progressing. I love being OP. I love being a blood elf. I've got this whole backstory that like makes me love her even more. I don't know. I'm just happy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I've tried to race change my panda mage so many times, but I can't do it.
Why is that?
I'm like, oh, I want to be this. I think probably the same. I just love him too much. Like every time I'll even go and hover over the button. Like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm
not sure.
And it's not even the money. It's just the fact that because I know I'd probably just have to spend it again to change him back.
Right.
Because I love the panda mage too much. And also the lowest percentage race in the game of mage is Alliance Pandaren. It's like
really
0.3%.
Huh. So you
0.03% of players play in Alliance Pandaren.
Well, that's nice that you're representing.
I'm special. But he's just. I mean, I don't know.
We've been saying that for years
Melon
about you.
Well, the role play element. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's special. We're all special. But he's just a panda. He's just a panda mage, and he's such a panda mage. So,
I have tried to change certain tunes over the course of the years, and same thing, like Death Knight. I had a really hard time when I switched over to Alliance because I had a Blood Elf Death Knight that I really loved over on Earthen Ring, and so I had to make it as close as I could, and the closest that I could make it was a human, and I really don't like it. But I was able to get the name Ichabod for that one. So Ichabod
Krane.
Ichabod Krane, the Death Knight. Yeah.
Wow.
Got it.
Is that your middle name?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. It's Tiffany. Right.
Either way.
Pat Tiffany Krane.
Okay.
So other things in 815. And especially this is the stuff that right now they're just looking at the technical side of things, right? So this is more of a technical check initially, and then they'll add in more and more stuff that's coming with 815, which is a lot of quality of life stuff, a lot of like they're redoing one of the battlegrounds, right? So
yes,
visually,
Warsun Gulch and Arathi Basin.
So that'll be cool.
And the art looks really cool.
It looks gorgeous, but oh man, that's going to take some getting used to.
Right. It will.
Oh, where am I? What's going on?
Yeah,
exactly.
Seriously.
And they're also going to be checking out things like Naga invasions, which are going to be taking the place of the
battle invasions, the Warfront invasion, whatever.
Not the
called.
Warfronts, but the
but it's the Horde versus Alliance invasions on the map.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, honestly, has been my favorite part of Tides of Vengeance.
Really?
Really?
Oh yeah, hands down. But you have to do it in war mode.
I do everything in war mode.
Because, well, yeah, but okay, yeah. Well, Alliance side war mode, you actually have more danger. But anyway, no. But what it does is it makes you world PvP. It puts these because both sides have quests in the same area,
right?
And so both sides are there, and so there's always people fighting on these maps, and maybe not so much on the Horde side because I think a lot of Alliance people don't have war mode on. But when you're Alliance, depending on where you're sharded, you're usually there with a few other people doing these daily quests, and then all of a sudden there's some Horde there, and you have to fight over I have really had a lot of fun.
Good.
It takes a little bit longer, but it's way more fun. Like if you just want to do your dailies and get the bonus for doing the invasion, then I guess you could turn it off, but you're missing out.
And it's like I've done
PvP like we haven't seen since basically vanilla.
I started doing some of the invasion stuff on my lower tunes to get some XP, and it's actually pretty good XP too. So that's so that's really nice, and you can kind of level up that way, which is great. And I'm looking forward to doing more, but I can't do that with war mode on.
Well, Alliance side war mode though. They bumped the
I know. Yeah, I know
30%.
I know they bumped up the bonus, but I don't really care about the bonus. I just want to do my stuff.
I went 110 to 120 in about 4 hours played.
Wow.
Not kidding. It's not bad. I mean, the bonus is ridiculous. I died 3 or 4 times. But maybe it was more like 8 hours played because it was over 2 days. Right. But anyway.
It is really funny how the Horde has already won Battle for Azeroth because we forced you guys to turn off war mode.
It wasn't you that did it. It was Blizz.
Just don't care.
I'm just gonna blame Blizz for everying. They just made us turn.
I don't think
no, it's not true. No? Especially not for me. I'm just a weak PvP player. So I'm like, nope.
All the more reason to come over.
And I play a chicken, so I chicken out. That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true. It's good point, Thyst. Since Pat's a weak PvP player, you should just go play Horde. Where
I have a Horde tune that's at 120. I've got a druid over there.
I'll protect you, Pat.
It's pretty great. I have 0 rep on the dude though.
I've got a Horde tune. I don't have my 120 up yet, but I do want to get him up because the new raid's coming out, and I have to play that on both sides. I know we're like totally off the rails, but at least we're talking about Warcraft, right?
Well, let's talk about this. So let's talk about because part of the notes was getting ready for Dazar'alor, which is coming in 2 weeks. So for those guys that don't know exactly what's happening as far as dates go, January 22nd is when normal and heroic difficulties start up. Then the 29th, we see Mythic, of course, and then we also have Raid Finder Wing 1. For Raid Finder, your minimum eye level needs to be at 350. Which is totally doable. If I am at 370 something or 360 something, and I haven't been rating this since I moved.
Yeah. I think I bought some of the new craftables on my new tune. Like you can make craftable BOEs for like that are like 345, and so I don't even have. I think I still have green trinkets, and I'm already up to like 347 or something like that.
Nice.
So it's not hard to get to 350, especially if you could do a Warfront or 2 after you get your eye level up high enough to do that. But yeah, all you got to do is buy the new craftables, and they're only like 7 or 8K gold on our auction house.
Nice.
I don't know.
You got this.
But yeah,
that's nice. And then let's see, Raid Finder Wing 2 comes out on Abraham Lincoln's birthday, and on February 12th. Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because my birthday is on the 17th, American. And it's really close, so I know. I just know.
I thought that was like a thing that Americans know, and I was like, well,
it could be. Sometimes
some of us do. It's also close to President's Day.
Yeah, it's President's Day, which is the
10th, I think, because Washington's birthday's on today. Is it today? No, I mean not today.
No, it's the 20
February 8th or 20 something.
20 something, yeah, 22nd maybe. Maybe it comes out at the same time as the raid. I don't know.
Now I just showed how non-American I
am. Yeah. And then Wing 3 comes out on the 26th of February. So basically 6 weeks of kind of unveiling the different Raid Finder stuff, the different Raid and Raid Finder things, which is kind of cool. And remember, that we have 9 bosses, and it's kind of a nice little triplet of things here. So the first 3 bosses, everybody fights. All factions fight it pretty much the same. Different skins for the different sides. So the Alliance will fight Horde Toons, and the Horde Toons will fight Alliance Toons. And then there's a big, huge monkey that is either alive or reanimated.
Alive or dead.
Given the Sylvanas treatment, if you will.
But it's kind of cool because the fights are the same. They're identical. It's just that it's a different skin.
Right.
And a different location, maybe? Is it a different location?
I don't actually know that.
I don't really know.
Okay.
I would assume whatever it is, the mechanics and the area of the fight are going to be the same. Yeah. It's going to be exactly the same fight. It just the actual skins might look different.
Right. And then the second 3 are only played by Alliance Toons.
Yes.
And so you will lose your Blood Elf mage, and you will play a human mage. Which is not great. Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna stock up on the noggin foffer, whatever it's called. I'm gonna use my toys that make me look like different things, so I can go in and be like Moon the Wolf, or I could go in and be like a giant blue crustacean, or one of those little flower guys from WoD.
Huh.
Was it WoD? Yeah. You know those flower guys with the pointy teeth and the little naked butt behind?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it'll be fine, Pat.
Cool.
We can get around this together.
And so for those guys that don't know, Blood Elf, here's kind of how it equates. Kind of. Blood Elf goes to human, and human goes to Blood Elf. Goblins and gnomes switch sides, pretty much. Here and there. Orcs and dwarves pretty much switch. Tauren and Draenei pretty much switch. Troll and Night Elf pretty much switch. Undead and human. Actually, I think it's just undead turns to human.
I think human turned to undead. And I don't know. They have it all on a blue post.
Yeah.
It's kind of confusing.
Nobody turns to Worgen.
And nobody turns to Worgen, and the allied races aren't even listed.
Right.
Whoa.
Which I'm assuming they're just going to say High Mountain Tauren count as a Tauren, so they'll be transferred over to Draenei or whatever the Tauren turn into. However, what about Nightborn and Void Elves?
Right.
Oh.
Right.
What do they get?
Maybe they switch. Maybe it would just be like High Mountain Tauren and the Light Forged Draenei switch.
Right.
And then I don't know.
So the Void Elves will just be now appear as Blood Elves, maybe. That makes sense. However, there are classes that, for example, Nightborn, I think, can be Warlocks, but Night Elves can't. So you can't just switch it over.
Well, so they're doing like little one-off things as well. So I mean, it's like that's kind of like the basic equation. And then they said, well, these guys can't be such and such, so they're going to change to another race that can.
Yeah,
you know,
the main races they've listed what exactly you're going to be in that blue post. You know, like for example, if you're a Pandaren, you're going to switch to a Pandaren.
What?
Right. But if you're a red Pandaren, you're going to switch to a blue Pandaren.
No, it'd be cool if you were a Pandaren and then you didn't have like a Fu Manchu mustache, and then when you switch, you would have a mustache.
It's your alternate version. Yeah, I get it.
Like I've got like my red panda skin, and then all of a sudden I get switched to the Horde side, and it's I've got the black panda skin, and I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Quoi?
Yeah.
Right.
But,
and I see that Steel Phoenix in the chat says, I'm confused. I thought we were doing our own thing. Not really. I mean, everybody is like both sides are doing the raid kind of their own way. However, to make it the same at the same time, they had to change it up. So I think it was like they really wanted to do different raids essentially. But then I think maybe they said we should rein this in a little bit. So the first 3, everybody plays as their own faction against the other faction, different skins. The next 3 is all the Horde Toons will be switched over to Alliance Toons to get this story of what happens with Opulence. By the way, Opulence, kind of cool. the questing this week. Was it this week?
Yeah, or I don't know if it was this.
Where you go and you raise opulence.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It's the war. It's the war campaign on the Alliance side.
Right. It's pretty neat though.
Can I just say the crown models that Opulence drops are incredible. I love them. They're like completely new and they're so cool. And I think like everybody can wear them. Like they drop in all of the different By the way, and I didn't know this when I was creating this awesome beat that I made, but the music for the Opulence questing as Alliance is basically this. Minus the drums, of course. But you get to hear it a lot. And the only reason I really paid attention to it was because I made the beat. This beat. Interesting.
Yeah, so this is like the Beastie Boys version of the beat that was happening, or probably not Beastie Boys, but I don't know. Anyway.
Probably not Beastie Boys.
No, sleep till Dazar'alor. Yeah?
Right.
No, I'm definitely going to sleep between now and then.
Okay.
Well, at least the chat room is saying it vibes. So that's important.
Vibes. We got some Digginits in there.
Diggity. Yep.
What?
I don't know.
What's happening?
So then the last three bosses of Dazar'alor are only fought as Horde tunes. So Alliance turns to Horde. Horde fights the last three as they are, and it's Mechatork. And I seriously hope that he doesn't go away from us because I like Mechatork.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah, brah.
We're gonna kill him.
You can kill the second one because I don't know who that is. So you could kill the other one. That's fine. And then there's Jaina, and you can't kill Jaina.
Oh, but I can. I'm the superior mage, as I've stated.
Do you have a ship? Do you have a ship made of arcane magic and love?
I don't need a friggin' ship.
I'm not trying to be mean, but come on.
I'm honor level 50, okay? And plus, I don't get super tilt like she does every time she does anything.
That's true. She does get tilt. She gets pretty crazy. Have you seen that streak in her hair? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's some pretty serious business right there.
Like, you can't mage properly against other mages. You get tilt. I'm just saying. Like, she's got the CCs or whatever, but I've got massive crits. Did I say crits? Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
I think I just crit my pants. By the way, that's one of my favorite guild names ever that I've seen.
I crit my pants.
I crit my pants.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But yeah, Jaina Proudmoore, raid boss confirmed.
Right.
She's a dreadlord.
She is a dreadlord.
And she has to be eliminated.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
We have a lot of interesting theories on Jaina and Sylvanas and Rise of Ashara on that we talked about. I haven't recorded it yet. Well, we recorded it, but I haven't released it yet. So check out the next edition of Merely a Setback.
Yes.
Plug.
We talked a little bit about that. So spoilers, but
so
I don't think we're killing Jaina. I think that would be very not beneficial to the story.
Sure.
How do you two feel as Alliance players about wailing on Jaina?
I thought it was going to be weird, honestly, for me, and I haven't played it yet. I haven't played the PTR, but I think that you just have to adjust your what's going on. This is the way that they've explained it, and like I said, I haven't played it yet, but the way they explained it, when we switch to different tunes, for example, when the Horde switches to the Alliance tunes, it is somebody telling the story, you know, War Chief, this is what just happened.
Yeah.
And then it's a flashback. And so you are controlling the Alliance tunes, but you're not doing it. It's a flashback kind of thing. So you can sort of stretch your RP-ness a little bit. Oh, I can't believe what I just said.
That's right.
You guys get what I meant.
I stretch my RP-ness all the time.
Wow. Oh my God. But anyway, you can stretch that part of your brain that's, in your, if that sort of thing matters to you a lot. I think a lot of people are just going to want to play the game and not care who they're beating. They just want to, okay, here's a challenge, let's overcome it together, sort of thing. But yeah, so I feel the same way about the Alliance side. It's going to be King Anduin. This just happened to Mechatork and Jaina and blah blah blah, whatever.
I can't beat up Mechatork. I can't beat up Mechatork.
It's gonna be sad.
That's my whole thing. Is like I like the dude. So
I think that, to jump ahead, and I'm not spoiling anything. This is discussed at BlizzCon, but I think that
it was disgusted.
Disgusted. It was disgusting at BlizzCon.
Yeah.
But I think that the Tinker Gnome folks that we're going to meet in 8.2, I have a sneaky suspicion.
Whoa. Hold on one second.
Somebody's calling Pat.
All right, we got that taken care of. Oh, sorry about that, everybody.
It's all good. But yeah, the Tinker Gnomes, I think might help out our fallen comrade, the Mechatork.
Really?
That's my prediction, that he is going to get beat up to near death, almost definitely going to be dying.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I think the Tinker Gnomes are going to save him by helping him.
And then that's a new playable race right there.
Kind of defibrillator.
I think so. I think maybe.
I know it's been predicted by many people. So
check out so people are asking in the chat about the Tinker Gnomes. That's they talked about it a little bit in the WoW panel at BlizzCon. If you can find that on YouTube, I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube now.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe it's not.
Maybe
not. If you have the, but yeah, they talked about it at the panel.
Plus, there's a whole area with Tinker Gnomes essentially where it's gnomes that are half gnome, half mech. Essentially,
yeah, it's going to be part of 8.2, and it's going to be super cool. But as far as the story goes, and like I said, these aren't spoilers because I'm making this up as I go. But because Mechatork is a raid boss and he's going to get beat up, I'm thinking that there might be some storyline that involves those half like cyborg gnomes, basically.
Yeah,
or
right.
They're gonna put him back together. We can rebuild him.
Sure.
Gnomes make me uncomfortable.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it because when you hit them, they just laugh and they go hee hee, kind of like the Pillsbury Doughboy?
It might actually be that.
Yeah. Right.
Like I was really afraid of I don't know, those creepy porcelain face dolls, like when you're a kid, and they're just staring at you with their eyes, and then they come to life at night and laugh at you.
Yeah.
You know how that happens?
Well, not the laughing part, like that. I get what you're talking about. It's understandable. Yeah. And if I wasn't sick, I would be able to do the voice better. I apologize.
You don't have to do that. That's okay.
No, Bergan.
Yeah. I'm not going to try it because I'll probably end up either sneezing or coughing or, I don't know, something weird that I probably shouldn't do on a podcast.
That happens all the time, Pat. What are you talking about?
Yes. Anyway, so anything else about the raid? I'm kind of looking forward to it and seeing what all of it entails. One of my big goals this year, and I know that I'm not there for the open of the raid, but I really do hope that I can actually jump into a team soon.
From everything, well, you're always welcome to come with us when we're farming.
Awesome.
Always. Once a despair guy, always a despair guy, right?
Right on.
But from everything I've heard from the community and people, like I said, I haven't tested it yet, but from people that have been in there, and this is apparently going to be a good one. They really haven't made a bad raid ever. Right. And especially since Cataclysm, I think every raid's gotten it's I don't know if every single raid has gotten better, but they're all really good and really interesting.
And I think
there's definitely a standard.
And I think I need to jump on my Horde tune and see if I can jump in on a raid there and just get a
Come
once
on
again
baby.
Once again it's a hard carry on my Horde tune, but I think that I think I can make it work. Once
we got you.
All right.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. I have to play this from both factions.
Right.
Like I have to see it. We'll see it on Alliance first, I'm sure, but then I have to make sure my Horde tune is leveled up at least enough to get into LFR.
Right.
Or find a pug over there or something.
Exactly. Well, and
I feel.
Go ahead.
I feel like this raid is going to set a new standard. Like if they can pull this off, it's completely unprecedented. It's huge. It's massive. It sounds interesting. It's it's super impactful, not just to the storyline in this expansion, but to the world itself. Like, this is a huge raid, and this could be like ICC, you know, like, you know how like ICC really set a standard for a raid. I feel like this could be that. So I'm so excited. I haven't been this excited about a raid, and I was excited about it when they announced it before BlizzCon. Remember, they did that on a Q&A. They're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna work on this raid with 9 bosses, and it's gonna be completely new and different, and you're gonna see it from both sides and all this. And we're all like, why are you announcing this now? Like, we would have paid $200 to watch you say this in person. But yeah. So I'm beyond excited for this.
It's because they wanted to talk about 8.2. They wanted to talk about all the I can't remember how to pronounce that thing. The new zone and the All right. My sickness is starting to take over now.
The Tharius. I don't remember.
Oh boy. Anyway, well, but actually, your excitement this is probably part of the reason why they are doing another developer Q&A this week. They are actually Taryn Gregory, who is, he's like the cinematics guy. He leads the team over there.
Taryn's a very good friend of ours, and I think that we should all go and support him during this
Absolutely.
Q&A thing.
He's so nice every time I see him. And this time it was weird because he called me from across a very crowded room. And he was like, Pat, come here. And I went, I got to do it. It's not like I can deny that request and just say, you know what, Taryn, later.
Nobody says no to Taryn Gregory.
No, nobody.
I found both of you underneath my meet and greet table at Calm Before the Storm.
Well, not underneath. We were beside it.
What were you guys doing under there?
We were beside it. We were trying not to block you because you were at a meet and greet thing, and so we didn't want to like stand in front of the table.
That's not true. You guys are noodling around over there.
Whatever.
Noodling.
We had a very special couple of moments.
I'm sure you did.
But anyway, so there's going to be a developer Q&A, and that is on Thursday.
Yeah, and I'm super excited about it too because they don't do a lot of these that focus just on the story and the lore, right? And that's what this focus, the Q&A focus, is going to be on. I have tons of questions I want to ask. I need to try and see if I can get this submitted.
Right.
I think I don't know how many deadlines I've missed, but
right.
But
well, just remember the hashtag is #CTRQA. I'm sure that's it.
Well, that's for our Q&A.
Oh,
but yeah,
right.
You can submit lore questions to that too. I'd be happy to have fun with those. But but yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff going on. I still think, I know there's a few in the community that disagree with me, but the story and the lore has been better in this expansion than it ever has been. It's
arguably, yes, I would agree.
It's really, really good. It's really compelling. And one of the tests is how mad people are about some of the characters.
Right.
They care so much about what's going on, they're getting angry. And that's a good sign as far as compelling storytelling goes. So
sure,
I love it.
It's just when that mixes with other anger and other things that are going on. And I know we've talked about this crap before, and we don't need to.
Oh yeah, we don't.
So
need to
here's the thing. I'm not going to talk about that. I just would say when it mixes up with other kind of anger things, and I'm like, oh god, here we go. Now this is going to be somebody's hour-long video on YouTube. But the one thing, there was something that I was going to say. Oh, did you guys see there was a guy that, like, in RP type of a way, he started new tunes and kind of showed the progression of that tune as he went through from level 20 as an allied race to max level. And you got to see from the character's perspective what they thought of what was going on, because you're messing with time so much. Oh yeah. Like all of the beginning quests are Cataclysm, and then, but the capital cities are now. And so it's this weird mishmash of all these different things, and then you go through, what is it? Through now I can't even think of names. It's the illness. That's what I'm going to blame it on. But you go through, I mean, like old Draenor or actually regular Draenor, and then
new destroyed Draenor, and then you go back in time to old Draenor.
Right. But then you go and you see the Cataclysm, and then you go back, and then the only one that made sense really in and of itself was Pandaria, I think. Everything else was messing with time.
That place is just wacky in itself.
That's true.
All those pandas.
It's such a happy place.
Mop is still my favorite expansion. I love that expansion.
It was pretty
so
good.
much. It's so good.
It was
lasted too long, but it was so good.
Oh yeah. No, it lasted way too long.
You remember?
Yeah. Everybody remembers.
It lasted so long. We were able to kill Mythic Garage before it ended, and it took 2 years.
Right.
Anyway,
that's funny. Anyway, so the Q&A is with Taryn is going to be on Thursday. We'll catch up with all that stuff next week. And then I wanted to also kind of throw a couple of things out there that happened while we were gone that were cool, that were awesome. A couple of videos surfaced. One was Warcraft Reign of Chaos Season 1 by Jose BV on YouTube, which is the Warcraft storyline. And so it's just really cool. And it's done with Warcraft characters and with I think he pulled the audio from the game. I'm not sure.
Oh, sweet.
So all the spoken lines, dang it. All of the spoken lines, I don't know who that is.
Why are you so popular?
I don't know. That shouldn't
Nobody
even
ever
be
calls
on.
me.
Man, I tell you, I haven't used Skype in forever.
Nobody has.
I know. And so when it goes
Except
off, I'm
whoever's
like,
desperately trying to call you.
I know somebody is desperately trying to call me. Yeah. And they're from Des Moines, Iowa. So I know that it's nobody that I know. Isn't that lovely?
I mean,
that's lovely.
What did you do to somebody in Idaho?
Well, in Iowa. Yeah, not
What's
Idaho.
the difference? Sorry.
It's different area.
Idaho.
I know you don't know this because you're Canadian, even though you've lived in the United States for forever. What was I talking about? I don't remember.
You're talking about a video that you did while you were gone of you doing sweet tricks on your bike.
Yeah. So there was Warcraft Reign of Chaos, which is very long. It's probably like 25 minutes, 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's like half an hour.
Something like that. And it's really good.
It's a long story.
It is, but it's broken up. And so it's into scenes and all that kind of stuff. And if you go into the guy's channel, if you go into the guy's channel, he's got a Patreon set up. He's got like 30,000 patrons on there. And it's pretty cool. Also, the Wrathgate was remastered.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks great.
It really does.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, it's the 10-year anniversary of the Wrathgate, right? So it's kind of cool that it's been remastered by somebody else.
It's weird seeing it looking like that too.
Right.
I mean, it's not weird, but yeah, it's weird.
I wonder if Taryn will get asked that at the Q&A on Thursday.
God, I hope not.
Well, I mean, but these two videos are so good that I think it does turn the head of somebody like Taryn and say, hey, would this guy be great for our team or not? I don't know.
Well, that's how he got a job at Blizzard, was doing community stuff, fan art. He won like the community contest at BlizzCon, and Blizzard's like, you want to work for us? Because that's really good stuff and better than what we could do, actually. So come on. Let's get you a blue shirt over here.
Right. And so, I mean, that would be cool if like one or both of these guys managed to end up at Blizz somehow, just because they did what they loved.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh, that's the dream, ain't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's super, super cool. But yeah, both of these community, they're very, very strong pieces of work, I think, and should be commended. And I think Blizzard would be foolish if they didn't at least consider having them join the team, because I think they did really good work.
Right. Speaking of Blizzard being foolish, I'm gonna get to the stuff that I don't want to talk about.
Don't.
But I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna say that I don't want to talk about it, and then we'll move on. Okay?
Fine.
Is that okay?
No.
There's no fun.
Stuff happened over the holidays, and like, the CFOs leaving and the 100 staff leaving the Cork office and the I don't know, the Krog Tome fiasco. I don't know if you know about that. But hidden Discord. It was one of those the whatchamacallit, the Discord that finds all of the secret finding.
Finders.
Yeah, they figured it out and it was wrong. and so and so it was a bug. It was bugged. So then Blizz went Krogs for every hunter. So you know,
I love Krogs.
No, they're nice, and really, I do kind of want one for a pet.
Of
for
course,
my hunter.
They're adorable.
I need to level them up to 120 first, but
with their little eyes and giant mouths.
That's right. That's right. But I mean, this is kind of the stuff that I don't want to talk about, and like the growing concerns of Activision, kind of talking about financial stuff and blah blah blah. All of this stuff does not. I mean, it may affect the game long term, but it doesn't affect how I play it. So I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
And like, bottom line, right now, all of this stuff is rampant, and it seems like fun and cool to hate on Blizz right now, and that's only been gaining momentum since BlizzCon, obviously. Yeah. So like right now isn't really the time to like talk about it, because we're not actually even talking about it, we're gossiping about it. And I think the less gossip that goes around about it, and the less like paranoia about Activision that we talk about, the better. Like, I think we should for now just focus on what's good and how much fun we're having. Yeah. And if there's something in the game that is troubling us, we know what to do. We can give feedback and constructive criticism. Yep. But I just look at it like sometimes the Blizzard community at large is not the best, but Blizz keeps plugging, you know? And right now, you know, Blizzard is not at its best for whatever reason, for many reasons, whatever. And I think we owe it to Blizz to just, you know, if we love these games and all of this like superfluous paranoia type stuff, all these rumors, all this gossip isn't actually affecting our gameplay, then we shouldn't buy into it.
Right. Well, and if you really want to take a look at somebody that's done a video on this stuff, on all the stuff that has happened over the course of the holidays, because there was a lot of not necessarily bad news. I wouldn't say that it's bad news, but I would say that it's maybe stuff that concerns some people, especially you know, forum trolls and stuff like that. But if you want to watch a video about all of the stuff that kind of happened over the holidays, watch Taliesin and Evitel. Their latest video, because they talk all about all of the stuff that happened, and kind of they take away some of those concerns, I think, or they
watch them anyway because they're my new religion.
Wow.
I love Taliesin and Evitel so much. I had so much fun with them last year at BlizzCon, and they guested on the show with us once, and they're on Millie Setback, and
they are rock stars.
Beautiful, wonderful people.
They're the rock stars of WoW. And Taliesin is so tall. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's pretty tall. Well, and they're genuinely intelligent about this stuff too. They come at it from a very rational perspective. And I was going to say, I agree with everything Thyst was saying. I think you can sort of sum all of this negative press up, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, so in 25 years of Blizzard being around, 2018 was the first year that wasn't awesome. And I think people are freaking out about that. You know what I mean?
You know,
it wasn't necessarily bad.
I don't know if it was the first year that it wasn't awesome.
Maybe. Well, but you get what I'm saying. I'm like, we're so used to something cool coming out of Blizzard every year, and it's just getting more and more excited. At least I have.
Sure.
And this is the first year, I remember them talking about it on the instance a little bit, that they were hoping, especially with 8.1, like Blizzard needed a win at the end of the year, because it's just been a rough year all around.
Yeah.
BlizzCon was weird. Lots of negative press going around, whatever the stuff we're not talking about right now. But, and then 8.1 kind of fell flat too.
Well, and then they're like, well, 8.1 kind of fell flat, and then they did, and then they did the See You Later bundle on the for $50 for pets and mounts and transmog stuff and whatever. And if you bought it, that's great. And if you didn't, and if you hate that it exists, I understand that point too. For me, it was like when I first saw it, I was like going, oh, cool, that mount is maybe going to be half off or whatever. Before I saw what the actual bundle was and everything like that, I was like, oh, sweet. And then I saw the bundle and I'm like, no, not going to buy it.
Keep in mind, and this is something that Taliesin and Evitel brought up, and I don't actually hate his point. I still hate that, because a lot of people are like, oh, you have to spend real money on this or da-da-da-da, whatever. And the new mount that came out, you have to spend real money on. But the thing is, anything that you can buy in the Blizzard store, you can use gold to buy it.
Sure. Right.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes a lot of gold to be able to buy Blizzard currency to purchase it, but you can. So you can buy the see you later stuff.
Yeah.
If you gain $50 worth of gold.
Right.
In game.
It's just,
so.
People were kind of ripping on it because I think, again, what this said is true, where that's kind of the new in thing is just to rip on Blizzard easy. Because it's easy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's low hanging fruit.
It's the cool thing these days.
I think we're realizing everybody everywhere can realize they're not as awesome as we remember right now.
Sure.
And it feels weird.
It feels a little bit like the end of WoD. Where it just goes on way too long.
Just something. There's something going on here with and all the other games, HOTS and Diablo, and just there's a weird vibe happening right now. But
right?
What Darkest Before the Dawn or something like that. I think something cool's coming up. So
of course,
I think that they have a lot of developers on their different teams, and so we'll see something cool this year.
A lot of developers on teams that they're not talking about.
Right.
I am 100% certain that next BlizzCon will be the best one ever. And it'll be full of massive, massive announcements and surprises.
And Metzen will be on stage and all will be well with the world.
He was almost on stage this year.
Almost.
Yeah.
He was in the audience.
Yeah.
For this year. Anyway, let's move it along, get away from WoW, and let's talk a little bit about... not really Hearthstone.
Well met.
Right. So, not really Hearthstone news. We have some updates with Ben Brode and his new project, which is Second Dinner.
Excellent name.
What happened, Thyst?
What happened?
Yeah.
What didn't happen? So, they struck a deal with NetEase, which is a massive Chinese internet company. So they've got something in the works with them, and perhaps even bigger than that. They announced that they are working with Marvel for their first mobile game,
which is really cool. That's awesome.
I don't know how it could get any cooler, honestly.
If it's going to be a Marvel TCG, I might play that more than Hearthstone. I'm not going to lie.
Right. Well, maybe if they do it right. And I know that people kind of, talk about low hanging fruit, but NetEase is the same company that's bringing you Diablo Immortal, and so people have mixed emotions about that. But you know what? These are, Ben Brode is kind of one of those guys where you look at him and you go, you know what? I like what you've done. I like what you've done in the past. I like you. And I am ready. I'm ready to see you do well in a new thing. So
yes. So they just moved out of Ben Brode's garage. They're now in their own office. I think it's like 5 guys, and they're looking to hire other people. Yeah. They're looking to poach people from other jobs. So if you're good at making games, maybe you should look into Second Dinner. But I'm still really upset that we lost Ben Brode and a lot of people from Hearthstone for that matter. But, there's no hard feelings, certainly. And to see Blizzard alum succeed like this with Marvel and everything, like, that's fantastic. That's really fantastic.
Yeah. Right. My favorite quote from the press release was talking about what you said, them moving out of the basement. It's the quote is, quote, "I'm just excited they're out of my house," said Ben Brode's wife. Actually in the press release. And I love it.
Of course. So, that's kind of a little update with Ben. We'll check in with him as we go through, I'm sure. But for now, I'm going to actually change it over to, let's see, Overwatch.
Oh, this is my jam.
That's right. So we got some more stuff, some more story stuff for you, Shark.
Boy.
It's a new short story. And it's about Anna and Soldier 76 and Reaper. And I don't know, just kind of, it's a short story. What?
I haven't had the chance to read it yet.
Okay.
But I always say I'm just so happy that Blizzard continues to put out content. And I know people are like, put the content in the game, especially with WoW. No, you can't fit all the content I want in a game.
Well, and you
can't possibly do it. I want all the content, as much as you can dump at me, give it to me. And so I'm really excited to read through this and learn some more about these characters.
People were very excited about like these small things that we're finding out about these people that seem to reveal a larger backstory than we ever imagined as well.
Oh yeah.
Like, did you know, and I'm just going to throw this out here, that Soldier 76 has regenerative powers?
Yes,
did you know
him
that?
And Reaper.
Or at least he did until Reaper shot him. I'm not sure if he still does or not. But
that's a big question.
Right, it is a good question. The other thing that we found out that was really cool, I thought, was that Gabriel, the Reaper guy, he has a family.
Yes.
So maybe we'll see some of his family. We don't know anything about him.
They always happen to turn up.
Yep.
Yeah, we found more about Anna and Farah, like their relationship after Anna went missing, after she got shot, and kind of the state of their relationship right now, which is really interesting.
And Wicked Kitten is making fun of me because I said the Reaper. And yes, I said the Reaper. Yeah, I mean, he's
Don't fear the Reaper.
No, don't fear him at all. And you know, it was just kind of a nice little quiet moment.
Yeah, and we did find out that Soldier is gay, which is awesome. He's the second LGBTQ plus character in Overwatch, and we found out that he was in a relationship with a man named Vincent before he got swept up in Overwatch duties and stuff, and that Vincent is now married, and Soldier seems pretty beaten up over it after all these years, which is heartbreaking, by the way. But
yeah.
Well, and then Michael Chu, who's a developer for Overwatch, he's he wrote the actual story.
He wrote the thing, yeah.
Yeah, he said, "Yep, this is all true. This is the thing. Confirmed that Soldier's gay." And I'm like going, yeah, I just want to show off his regenerative powers. That's all that I really want. That's something you can show me in game.
That's some pretty cool Wolverine type stuff, you know?
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't even need his like healing AoE.
Yeah.
He can just heal himself. But
and the comments that I saw online and stuff like that were, I mean, there's the childish responses, which I'm not going to get to, but everybody else was like, okay, now what? You know, or yay, he's representing me, or yay, he's, whatever. This is very supportive. Overall.
That's what I love about Overwatch so much, though, is that Blizzard has from the beginning taken a stance on, we want Overwatch to represent every gamer. Mm-hmm. We don't want it just to represent the majority of gamers. We don't want it just to represent, and they've taken everything. Like you guys remember, the butt crisis.
Oh, the butt crisis.
You know what I mean?
No,
but they took that seriously. Like, if you have a problem with this, we want to know, and we don't want to be offensive, and we want to be inclusive and make sure that we are, representing everyone as best as possible, that we're all heroes. Anyone can be a hero, and the world needs heroes. And that's what Overwatch has always been about. So we're going to learn a lot from a lot of these different characters that I kind of almost like the sentiment of that, for example, Soldier being gay is unimportant. Yeah, it is.
Right.
It's just a fact about him. Like, that he happens to be male, or he happens to be 6'3", and have white hair. Yeah. It's just.
I still want to cosplay him. I've got the look going.
Nothing.
I think
changes.
It's a cool thing. It's a cool thing for, in my opinion, for the average person to have that response, to be like, okay, good. You know what I mean? That's
the average person has that response. The negative person can go and be mad about it.
And we're always going to have those, but
of course. But the people who, see themselves in Soldier now have some representative in a video game. And I think it's so important. And a lot of people, the argument I've seen most is just like, oh, you just stuck that in for the sake of sticking like somebody who's gay in
trying to be PC.
Yeah. It's like, okay, but so what? If you don't care, or if you don't like it, this isn't for you. Okay. And you can move on, you can play a different character or whatever. But to the people who it does matter to, it matters a lot. And I think Overwatch is making huge strides in this, because we don't want to play a game where there's this like typical, attractive, like stereotypical one-note character that you're playing in an FPS game. Like we want to look at these characters and play them because we like their abilities and stuff, but also be interested in the game and the lore and the franchise and playing the game because we can relate.
The best comment that I saw out of the one, I mean, I only looked at a handful, really. Yeah. Was I don't care if Soldier's gay. I just want him to shoot the Pharah. That's all I want him to do. Shoot the Pharah dead.
Oh my God. Well, that's something I like. All this is being said. It's one of those things from the beginning. I think Blizzard was actively, even I would wager, and I don't know this for sure, and no one, unless they were on the Titan team, know this, but I think even when it was Titan, it was about that idea of the world needs heroes. I think that was solidified with Overwatch, but I think there's so much work done on Titan with these characters. They were planning this sort of thing all along as far as telling the story goes, that this world is going to represent the player base, not the majority player base, but the entire player base,
which is cool.
Exactly.
And
Overwatch is set on Earth in the future.
They purposefully did it.
Yeah. So we can only hope that like Earth in the future, accepts a wide variety of people, even more than we do now. So.
However, I will say that the butt crisis is now the title of the show.
Okay. Again?
Is that the kind of sickness that you're experiencing, Pat?
Yes. That's the kind of
Did you try breathing out of a separate orifice like I suggested earlier?
Well, because I can't breathe out of my nostrils.
Right.
I tried my mouth. So far, that's working. Bastet, which is the name of the short story, is available now. You can click it off of your launcher. It's a pretty cool little, quiet moment.
Yeah, it's
nice.
There's a lot to be gleaned from this. Lots and lots of stuff.
And now there's the Bastet challenge as well in game, which is also cool. All you need to do is win 9 games in any whatever. I mean, it could be arcade, it could be quick play, it could be comp. It doesn't really matter. So just win 9 games, and you can get all the different. There's a skin that you can get after 9 wins, but then there's other stuff, icons and.
It's like a victory pose for 6 wins and a player icon for 3. And then they're doing that thing with Twitch where you watch streamers play Overwatch, and the longer you watch, the more sprays you get.
Awesome.
So like 5 sprays in total. They haven't announced which streamers are participating, and they haven't announced when, but they'll tell us.
Okay. Let's see what else. Is there anything else going on? In any of the different games, because I think that's about it. Real quick, Diablo.
Which doctor? This doctor.
This is gonna be really quick. The Diablo anniversary event is now happening. It started January 3rd, Darkening of Tearstrom. I think it's still going on. But I know that it's
it ends on the 31st.
There we go. So there's all sorts of fun little things going on with that as well. So play some Diablo, damn it.
It's an homage to the original events of Diablo, brought to you in glorious retrovision.
Homage?
Okay. Homage.
Homage. All right.
I like to be fancy, Pat. You know that.
All right. Anything else in any of the games you guys wanted to bring up at all? Beautiful. No, go ahead.
I don't know. Warsong Scramble is coming up. I think it came out today. It's fun. Do the brawls. Do the PvP brawls. They're fun. They're short. If you're looking to dabble in some PvP, try the brawls. They're tiny. They're fun. You get stuff.
Sure.
It's a fun time.
Brawls are always a good idea, I think. In any of the games, it doesn't really matter.
That's true.
I like playing them. That's all That's all there is to it. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. So I'm gonna play the music, and we will get out of here. But before we do, I want to go around the room and have you guys tell people where they can find you and what you do and all that kind of stuff. Shark, I'm gonna let you lead the way.
Hi, I'm Sharku. You can find me on Twitter at Sharku_CTR. You can also find me on my other podcast, Merely a Setback, which records on Twitch at twitch.tv/Setback Podcast. And that's 9 o'clock Eastern time in the PMs. Yeah, I think I said it all right.
Okay. All right.
Hey, good job, buddy.
On a podcastery near you as soon as I get it uploaded.
There we go. And Thyst, how about you?
Hi, I'm Thyst. You can find me on Twitter at Thyst03. I do a podcast called Lagging Balls. It's kind of like this one, except with way more swears and inappropriate jokes.
Yes, that is true. And don't forget that we will be doing the Q&A on Friday the 18th. 18th.
Yes.
Friday the 18th, we're going to be taking over the LBS, the Lagging Ball stream, and we will be there at 11.
Go to Twitter and use hashtag CTRQA.
That's 11 p.m. Eastern. Yes. And get your questions in, and maybe you can win a digital prize of some sort. I don't even know what they are yet, because I haven't decided.
Bitcoins.
No, not Bitcoins.
Still not Bitcoins?
Still not Bitcoins. Try it again. But we do have another show next week where we can catch you up to date on all the things that people have gleaned from the PTR. Lots of spoilers, I'm sure. I don't know. Whatever.
Most likely.
And other such nonsense. We will reconvene at that time. Until then, I'm going to stop that music and I'm going to play this music. Right. Now, do you like this show but you want to listen to it everywhere all at once? Well, now you can. Guess what? We are on YouTube's. We are on your favorite podcatcher. We are on Twitch, SoundCloud, Spotify, Pandora now on the app. And you can always join the Bazooba Nation over at ConvertToRaid.com. That's where we have all of our videos, our audios, and other such things. Guild stuffs, merch, other things, and the Convert to Raid Podcast Network, which stars the other folks here on the podcast, Thyst and Shark, and all the regulars here on the show. So you can go over to ConvertToRaid.com and check it all out. Okay, that is going to be it for the show. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Until then, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
I feel so happy right now. My heart is palpitating. Oh, my goodness.
Using all your fancy words.
Yeah. Well, you know how it goes in the meme business.
Right.
You got to use them fancy words.
How is the meme business going?
Oh, we're doing so well. It's going great.
Good.
Yeah. If you guys have Snapchat and Instagram or both or one of the two, look up Try Hard, all in one word.
Try Hard.
Check it out, because you will love our content.
Dazar'alor asked in chat, how do you spell it? And I say, IT.
Stop. That was awful. Why do you do these things?
I'm sick. I'm sorry.
You can't keep using that excuse.
I'm sick.
You always act like this.
I'm going to go away now and fall asleep and go away. So we're going to go away.
Go away.
But thank you guys for joining us as always. It's a pleasure to have you with us. And we will see you next week. There we go. Bye, guys.
Bye.